Hello students, welcome to CMIS online classes, and this video is for class 7 chapter number 15 light. So in our previous video, in the first part we talked about the source of light. Okay, then in second part we talked about the various properties, and the third part we talked about different types of mirrors, that means convex mirror, concave mirror and plane mirror, and the image formed in a more simple way. Now in this topic we will be talking about reflection and refraction, okay, and also the different types of colors that we see. So let's talk about laws of reflection first of all. That will help us to revise also. So as we all know that incident ray, the light rays falling on any surface is called incident ray. Then we have a reflected ray. The light rays that comes back after reflection is called the reflected ray. Okay, that means incident ray and reflected ray are equal. Normal ray, the line perpendicular to the reflecting surface is called the normal ray. That means the red one is perpendicular. Now, angle of incidence. What do you mean by angle of incidence? The angle between the incident ray and the normal ray is called the angle of incidence. That means the ray and the left one, incident ray, that is called angle of incidence. And what do you mean by angle of reflection? Obviously, the angle of reflected ray and the angle of normal ray is called angle of reflection. So it can differ, okay, according to the surface where it falls. Okay, if it falls in the smooth surface, then the angle will be equal. But if it is in a dull surface, a rough surface, then the angle of incident ray and the angle of reflected ray is not always the same. Now, there are two types of reflection, regular and diffused, as we already talked. Then we have talked about mirrors also. Mirrors comes in how many types? 3 types. Plane mirror, convex mirror and concave mirror. Okay, so convex and concave mirror are mostly called spherical mirrors, and each has a distinct shape and uses. Okay, as we discussed in our previous videos, that plane mirror are mostly used normally, okay, in barber shops or at our homes, etc. Then convex mirror also, we told that it is mostly used in car to view the rear image. Then we have concave mirrors. It is mostly used by the medical professionals, okay, as for example the dentist, to see the larger image of the teeth. Even for eyes and nose also it can be used. Then mirrors can make virtual image or real image depending on the type. That means either the image are real or virtual. What do you mean by a virtual image? Let's talk. Light rays do not meet at the image, is always upright or right side up. Okay, that means virtual image means it's either upright or right side up. That means it's opposite. It is in opposite direction. And what do you mean by real image? Always upside down and are formed when light rays actually meet. Okay, they are called real images. Now, what do you mean by multiple reflection? We have multiple reflection, as we have as we can see in the barber shop. Okay, take an example of a barber shop. In barber shop, in front of you also there is a mirror, and the back side of you will find a mirror, and you will be observing various images of yours and the people who are in the shop. Okay, the image can be 2, image can be 3. So that is called multiple reflection. The reflection of image by many mirrors. Okay. So to predict the path of the incident ray, for this case, we need to apply the law of reflection again. Okay. However, at the same time, understand that when two mirrors are placed at an angle, the ray of light are reflected multiple times through them. That means if they are placed at a certain angle, as for example, in this case, we have placed two mirrors at a right angle. Okay, and an object is placed here. So we can see many images. 1, 2, 3, 4 images we can see. For instance, when two mirrors are set parallel facing each other, they will create the illusion that the image of the object repeats forever. That's why we can see that at a barber shop or in a malls or a shopping complex, we see this type of images, okay, to beautify the products. Okay, so this was all about multiple reflection. So previously we were discussing about lateral image, real image, virtual image. Okay, so what is that? Okay, let's talk about lateral inversion. Okay. Suppose, for example, you are the object and what you see in mirror is your image. Okay, that means if you stand in front of the mirror, you are identical to your image as seen in the mirror. That means you look exactly same in a mirror. Okay, that means in case of plane mirror, the image formed is erect. The image is erect and same size. Okay, that means if you are using a plane mirror, that means the size of an object will be of same. But in case of convex mirror, the size will diminish, and in case of concave mirror, the size will enlarge. Okay, so we are just talking about plane mirror. Okay, so size will be same, but there is one difference in your appearance. And what is that? That is about the symmetrical body. That means our left side will be that image right side. Okay, so when you move your right hand, in the image, it seems as your left hand is moving. We can see the figure here. Okay, the object is moving its right hand, but the image is moving its left hand. All others are same. The height, the size, okay, the image formed are equal, but only the difference is of left and right. This is called lateral inversion, where left appears to be right and right appears to be left. Okay, that means when we move right hand, when the object moves right hand, the image will move its left hand. Okay, similarly, when the object will move its left hand, the image will move its right hand. And it is same for the legs also, and for ears, eyes also. Okay, so it is opposite in respect to left and right. So that is called lateral inversion. Then let's move towards refraction. What do you mean by refraction? So refraction is when waves speed up or slow down due to traveling in a different medium. Okay, that means what type of waves? The light waves. So refraction is when light waves speed up or slow down. Either this a speed or either they are slow. Okay, due to traveling in a different medium, if they are traveling in certain medium. Okay, as for example, light traveling normally, that means light that we get from sun. Okay, it has a fixed speed. Okay, then we have a light speed lightning. As we can see, lightning and thunder, what we'll observe? Okay, we will observe that it is very speed, very fast. Okay, so that is all refraction of light. So a medium is something that light waves will travel through. Okay, it can be water also, it can be air also, or it can be other medium also. Then light rays are slowed down by the water. Okay, water is the only medium which slows down the ray of the light. That's why if we see, if any object is inserted, okay, we can see the image very close, okay, not deep inside the water. Actually it is in deep, but we can see the image at the, we can just put our hand and pick it up, but it's not that. So it is just an image. Okay, so causes the ruler to look bent at the surface. We will have an example about this. The medium in this example are water and air. So we will take an example of water as well as air. Okay, so we have more points on refraction. That means when light rays enters new medium, as for example water, it's the ray or the light slows down. Okay, refraction can cause light rays to change their direction also. Okay, as I told you the example of an object, a coin. Okay, if you put a coin in a swimming pool, actually it is much deeper, it is at the base of the swimming pool, but we will see the object on the upper surface of it. Okay, not at the top level but in the middle of the water. So all transparent material have their own index of refraction. That means it depends on the different material. Light is reflected when it passes through lens, and this create images, as we can see in mirrors also. Okay, we can take an example of mirror also. Convex mirror, concave mirror, convex lens and concave lens. Okay, so let's take an example of this scale in the upper bucket, the red one. What is there? That means it is a medium. Okay, and the image, okay, it changes its direction. Okay, that means we can see that it is bent at the point where it meets the water. Actually it is not bent, but we can see the change in direction of the scale. Okay, so that was all about refraction. The degree that light bends when it enters a new medium is called the index of refraction. That means we have taken here a prism. Okay, it is a transparent object, okay, where light is passed, and when light is passed it reflects various other lights, and that is the reason why we can see rainbow. Okay, the light enters the water droplets and light is reflected in many directions, and we can see a rainbow. Okay, we will talk about the colors also in our further discussion. Okay, then how the light is bent. Just see, as we have talked about this scale, it was placed at a certain angle. Okay, that's why we can see that it is bent at the lower part. Okay, that means angle of incidence and the refraction is different if it is kept in a certain angle. But if the light is passed straight, it means we can see in a right image, what will happen? The light will not, the image will not bend. it will appear straight only. That means angle of incidence also determines the refraction. Okay, either it is bent or it is in a straight line. Okay, so let's talk about colors. What do you mean by colors? So in this section we will learn about colors and how we can mix colors to create different other colors. We will also learn how light helps us to see various colors around us. That means we see, just take an example of water. Okay, so what is the color of the water? What you will say? You all will just say that the color of the water is blue. But water has no color. It is colorless. So it is only the reflection of the sky which appears as blue, or its surrounding. That means the vegetation, the trees. Okay, it is green. Understood? So we can say that light helps us to see various colors around us. Okay. So white light is not a single color. It is made up of a mixture of 7 colors of a rainbow actually. So if we throw a light in a prism, a rainbow color will appear after refraction. Okay, so we can demonstrate this by splitting white light in with a prism. As I told, prism is an object which reflects others' color. Okay, so this is how rainbows are formed. Sunlight is split up by raindrops. Okay, so when light falls on a drop of rains, there are different drops of rain. Okay, and rainbows is seen. So that it's not that we can see only one rainbow. In some places 2 rainbows also can be observed. That is due to the splitting of light by a raindrops. Okay, so we can say that white color is a mixture of rainbow color. That means 7 color. Okay, those 7 colors are red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo and violet. Okay, so starting from the lower one, we can say that VIBGYOR, VIBGYOR. Okay, VIBGYOR, VIBGYOR. So white light is actually a mixture of red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo and violet. So when white light is split through a prism, we get these 7 colors. Okay, then seeing color. How we can see colors? Okay. A color of an object appears, the color of an object appears depends on the color of light it reflects. Okay, as I talked about the light of a water. Okay, it is colorless but it reflects the light of the sky. For example, a red book only reflects red light. Okay, that means if we throw white light on a red color, it reflects only red color. That means it is a, you can say that it is a true color. Red is a true color. Okay, a pair of purple trousers would reflect purple light. Okay, and red and blue, as purple is made up of red and blue. Okay, so if we throw light on a purple trouser, red and blue will appear because the color purple is made from red and made by mixing red and blue color. Similarly, white, as we already discussed, light is made up of 7 colors. White light is made up of 7 colors, so if it will reflect all 7. Okay, so we now have kaleidoscope. Okay, it is an what you can say, it is an art, okay, which illustrates a multiple reflection through a mirrors to form a beautiful patterns. Okay, we can see beautiful patterns of tiles or the curtains, okay, or the glasses. Okay, so that is due to this kaleidoscope. Okay, it is an illustration of multiple reflection. Many artists use this form to make beautiful patterns. Then sunlight and its color. As we know, sunlight, the 7 colors are violet, indigo, blue, green, yellow, orange and red. All this spectrum of colors we can perform this simple experiment. That means white sheet, we have kept a white sheet here. Okay, and if sunlight is thrown to that white sheet, we get the color of the rainbow, that is red, green, orange, blue, yellow, indigo and violet.